Hi, this is Marina from Health Glows, a certified raw vegan diet and healthy lifestyle coach. In this video, I'm going to respond to some of the most common questions that I got from all of you in regard to my recent raw vegan meal plan series that you had the opportunity to watch on my YouTube channel in the past 9 videos. And this whole series is part of my whole raw vegan meal plan online course, which is available for you absolutely free on my healthglows.net website. This whole series contains of, together with this one, 10 lessons, 9 lessons plus this one Q&A section. And when you enroll into this whole free online course, which is titled Raw Vegan Meal Plan, you get to watch these 9 video lessons, but also with each lesson you get a text that you need to read, because within the text you get more information and you get to see, I hope, inspiring photos, and then at the end of the text you get a quiz that you need to do in order to see how much you actually understood the lesson of the day. And then you also get opportunity to join our support group, where you get your questions answered and you get motivation, inspiration, and support of our Health Glows community. So I strongly encourage you to enroll into this online course. It is absolutely free and you can join it through my healthglows.net website. I'm gonna leave the link below this video. Before I start responding to all these questions that you guys asked me in regard to my raw vegan meal plan series and online course, I just want to emphasize the following. You often ask me, what do I do in my personal life? And I am more than happy to share with you what I do in my personal life, because I'm an open book and I'm more than glad to tell you what I do, especially when it comes to my diet and exercise routines, because that's what I teach, that's what I live. However, I do want to remind you that it is not the point that you copy me, but it's rather the point that you take the essence of my teachings and you apply that essence so that it suits you and your life. The essence of this raw vegan meal plan online course is that raw vegan diet is our biological diet. Raw fruits and vegetables with some nuts and seeds in moderate amounts is the diet that corresponds to the anatomy and physiology of the human body. And this is the diet that creates the best conditions for your body to thrive in health. All other diets include foods that are not suitable for the anatomy and physiology of your human body, and thus they are health destructive. Raw vegan diet is the way to go. Low fat raw vegan diet. That's what I've been practicing since 2012, and that's what I've been teaching since 2012. Now, within the raw vegan diet, I see that people are making dozens of mistakes. So what I'm teaching with this free raw vegan diet meal plan online course is that there are 5 points of the raw vegan meal plan that are very important, and all of them are equally important. The first point is always exercise. Then comes hydration, then comes breakfast, then comes lunch, then comes dinner. The best breakfast food choice is always the juiciest fruit of the given season. The best lunch food choice is always the sweetest fruit of the given season with some cucumbers or greens. And then for dinner, the best food choice would be some fruit that is not so sweet, or perhaps some citrus juice, followed by a vegetable-based meal with some nuts and seeds in the dressing. Why? All the whys I respond to in the course itself, so you can look it up yourself. But that's the essence of these teachings. And now let's get to these questions. The first question says, when do I have breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Typically, my breakfast comes about 4 hours after waking up. In the first 4 hours of my day, I do my gym or my workout, I run some errands, respond to some emails, and then I have breakfast about 4 hours after waking up. And then 3 to 4 hours after my breakfast, I have my lunch, and then about 4 hours after my lunch, I would have my dinner. And this is the meal schedule that suits me, but I repeat, you should make a meal schedule that suits you and your life activities. In between meals, I sip water, I don't snack, I don't eat. So these are the 3 meals that I have in a day, and this is my meal schedule. The second question reads, how much do I eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Typically, I eat around 2000 calories a day, which means that in every meal I eat around 600 to 700 calories. So for example, if I have clementines or tangerines or watermelon or melon or peaches or nectarines for my breakfast, I would take the amount of that food, for example, the amount of nectarines that I need to get around 600 to 700 calories. And then for my lunch, I also have somewhere between 600 and 700 calories. So if I'm having, for example, persimmons or bananas for my lunch, I would take the measure of persimmons or bananas that I need to get the calories that I need. I also have some cucumbers or greens with my sweet fruit for lunch, but I don't really count them as a calorie source. And then for my dinner, I would have some non-sweet fruit. For example, some citrus fruit or some citrus juice, followed by a veggie-based meal. And altogether, it would come around 600 to 700 calories. Of course, again, this is what suits me. Please note that caloric needs are very individual and they depend on many factors such as gender, age, muscle versus fat tissue in the body, the level of activity in a day, and so on. And all these factors should be taken into account when somebody wants to determine how many calories they need. And this is something that I work on with my clients all the time. So if you need help with your personal raw vegan meal plan and customizing your raw vegan meal plan to suit your caloric needs, you can just DM me or go to my website healthglows.net and take a coaching session with me. I'll be more than happy to help you on your raw vegan journey. The next question reads, is it okay to swap breakfast and lunch? Okay, so this question refers to my suggestion that the best breakfast food choice is the juiciest fruit and the best lunch food choice is the sweetest fruit. The reason for my suggestion is the following: a one-way street without room for detour. What am I talking about? About your digestive tract. That's right, your digestive tract is a one-way street without any room for detour. The foods that have the highest water content are the fastest, and they go through that digestive tract, that one-way street, very fast. And then comes all other food that has lower water content, and all that food goes slower than the highest water content food. This is why I suggest that the breakfast consists of the foods that have the highest water content, and then followed by other meals with other foods that have lower water content than the food from the first meal, so that they can go in a logical sequence. What would happen if there is a food that goes slower through your digestive tract, and then after that comes a meal with a fast going food because it is so rich in water? That fast going food, that high water content food, would be just stuck in your digestive system and start to ferment. This is why I suggest that the juiciest fruit goes for breakfast, and then the sweetest fruit goes for lunch, and then vegetable based meal with some citrus fruit as the introduction to the dinner goes for dinner. Again, I explain All of this in my free online course, Raw Vegan Meal Plan. I highly suggest that you enroll into that course and learn about all the meals on a raw vegan diet. But having said all this, if you are the person who really craves something sweet and dense in the morning and then would rather have something juicy and light in the afternoon for your lunch, it's perfectly okay as long as you feel good about that and you see that your digestion is good with that schedule of your meals. What ingredients do I use in my green juice for my breakfast? That's such an excellent question. I usually like to juice Granny Smith apple with some greens such as celery, Swiss chard, baby spinach, parsley, dill, and these are my top ingredients for a green juice. I usually make a juice once in every 5 days, I would say, and then I keep it in the fridge in glass containers with airtight lids so that I can have a glass of green juice with my breakfast every single day. Apart from green juice, I also like to have pomegranate juice, or sometimes I would also like to have carrot juice. So it really depends on the season and what ingredients are available, but these are the ingredients that I usually choose to have as my juice for the breakfast. What is important is that I never juice sweet fruit, and the reason for this is that from my understanding it is detrimental to your health to separate sugar from fruit from the fiber in fruit. Every time that you separate any macronutrient, be that protein, fat or sugar, from all the other components, for example, if you separate sugar from the fiber, you get a refined sugar in the water, obviously in this case scenario that is detrimental to your health. However, in the case of Granny Smith apples and citrus juices, and of course greens and perhaps carrots, which are root vegetables, I believe, from my understanding of nutrition, that is actually beneficial to separate all the minerals from the cellulose fibers in these ingredients so that your body can access them in a more effective way. If you need a high quality juicer or pomegranate press, you can find them in my online shop amazonglows.com. The next question reads, is it okay to eat whole citrus fruits instead of drinking citrus juice as the first dinner course? This is such an excellent question, and thank you for this question. Yes, it is absolutely all right to do that. As a matter of fact, to be honest, throughout the year, I usually just eat fruit as the first course of my dinner. Sometimes I skip it, but usually I have some fruit as the first dinner course. And just in the pomegranate season, I love to have that pomegranate juice served in a wine glass as the first dinner course. It looks so beautiful, and then it is followed by my raw vegan pasta as the main dish and some salad. So this particular question refers to my suggestion for the dinner, for the raw vegan dinner from the lesson Raw Vegan Dinner that you can watch on my YouTube channel, or you can get this lesson in my free online course, Raw Vegan Meal Plan online course. So in this particular lesson, I show you an example of my raw vegan dinner, which is a pomegranate orange juice as the first course of the dinner, followed by the main dish, which is my raw vegan mac and cheese, low-fat raw vegan mac and cheese, and a cucumber microgreen salad in lemon juice. This dinner is delicious, I promise you that. And pomegranate orange juice looks so beautiful in a wine glass, and it is so delicious. But pomegranate comes in a short season every single year, and then other seasons I would just eat fruit as the first dinner course. Perhaps pineapple is a beautiful introduction to dinner, or oranges, or perhaps even clementines or tangerines, or in summer you can eat nectarines, peaches, whichever fruit is not so sweet. And why do I emphasize not so sweet? Because sweet fruit is not a good combination with fats, and in our raw vegan dinner there is some fat source in the dressing for the salad or my raw vegan pasta? The short answer is yes, absolutely. You can certainly eat some whole fruit as the first dinner course. So the next question reads, do I ever use smoothies in my raw vegan diet? This is such a great question, and thank you for this question. This question refers to the fact that throughout my raw vegan meal plan online course, I gave a lot of different examples for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and none of those examples is a single smoothie. Why? Okay, before I move on, I just want to put out there that if you really love your smoothie, then please enjoy your smoothie, but enjoy it the healthy way. And what I mean by this is the following. This is something that I've been talking about since 2012, since my very beginning of my raw vegan diet. And that's that personally, I just don't see how these smoothies are healthy. Why am I saying this? It's because of the most common way that people consume them, and that's that they drink food. It just makes no sense to me that people drink food, because by doing that they drink food way too fast, and they avoid the first step of digestion, which is chewing. There is a reason why you have teeth, why everyone should have good teeth, and why the whole process of digestion starts by mastification of food, by chewing food in your mouth and mixing it with your saliva, because by doing that you're signaling to your brain to signal to all of your digestive tract organs to start preparing for the food that is being prepared in the mouth to come down and be digested the right way. If this step is avoided, which is usually done when people just inhale, just drink smoothies so fast, then the whole digestion is compromised. And one of the biggest mistakes that I see people make is that they drink food on a straw. Every time when you take that food through the straw, you are also taking in the molecules of air, and then those molecules of air, those particles of air, end up in your stomach or even in your intestines, and then they can make you feel uncomfortable in your stomach and make you feel gassy. This is why I think that smoothies are not a good idea, but if you really enjoy smoothies, then you can make them really dense as a pudding instead of just a liquid consistency, and you can pour them over some chopped fruit and eat them with a spoon. And this way you will actually have a reason to chew your food, which will make the whole experience better, and your body will be prepared for the digestion of that food. So personally, I never enjoyed smoothies. I never make them. The only food that I would blend as a meal would be my persimmon pudding that I suggest in my raw vegan lunch lesson and videos. So that's the only really food that I blend, and I really enjoy raw vegan persimmon pudding. But other than that, no, I don't use smoothies. The last question in this Q&A section would be how long I've been on my raw vegan diet. This is such an excellent question. So let me just preface this by saying that in 2004, I transitioned to from a standard diet that I was raised on to a vegetarian diet, and then in 2005 I excluded all animal products from my diet. So I went vegan in 2005, and it was only in 2012 that I heard about a raw vegan diet, and I came across this fascinating book, the 80-10-10 diet, which I had pleasure and honor to translate into my mother tongue of Serbian. And when I read this book in February 2012, it was just a switch in my head, and I just transitioned to a raw vegan diet. I had my last cooked meal in February 2012, and I never looked back. But having said this, let me tell you that in my first year of my raw vegan journey, I made dozens of mistakes, so many different mistakes, and only then I started actually educating myself. I started going to all these retreats and fruit festivals around the world, first participating just to learn, and then holding retreats myself for my guests and my followers, and then even being a speaker at different festivals and retreats. And all those years together brought me so much personal and professional knowledge and experience. And on top of that, I enrolled in 2 different online schools in which I learned in depth about raw vegan diet and natural hygiene, which is a beautiful ancient philosophy of true natural health. And through those schools, I learned a lot about raw vegan diet and healthy lifestyle. And only through all of those years of making mistakes and learning and educating myself did I come to what I believe is a sustainable raw vegan meal plan and system that I practice myself and that I teach. And all of this I'm teaching you in my free raw vegan diet meal plan online course that you can enroll into through my healthglows.net website. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video. But if you need a personal coaching about your raw vegan journey, feel free to DM me or to leave a comment or just go to my website healthglows.net. There's also a link in below this video, and we can have a coaching session. It would be my honor and my pleasure to help you on your raw vegan diet journey. So those are all the questions that I had from you guys. If you have more questions for me, please feel free to leave them beneath this video in the comment section, and I'll do my best to reply to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and please make sure that you click the bell icon beside the subscription button so that you can enjoy all the upcoming videos on my Health Glows YouTube channel. And in all those upcoming videos on my YouTube channel, you're gonna get free education on a raw vegan diet, exercise, and healthy living. And if these are the topics that you're interested in, then welcome to my little world, my Health Glows YouTube channel, the place where you will learn how to give your body the best conditions to thrive in true natural health. Until the next time, I'm sending you warm regards, and as always, keep glowing, my friends. Bye bye.